And he was dead. He just killed him. Which I love that story.
Let's chat more better, boyo.
How did a skink kill a greater demon? The toxin that he coated his blow darts with was basically like very god tier designed to just obliterate a demon instantly.
Exegriff.
Supposedly. It's a funny story in my mind. What do I want to level up? Wait, are the fists leveled up? No, not the bow. Yes, they are. Okay, let's do the shield.
Just reveal your secrets.
Oh yeah, dude, a skink seems like it would make a phenomenal pet. Like, legit.
Time to go.
Oops, dart in your neck. Hold on, let me read the actual excerpt to y'all, because I remember it being really funny. Let me see if I can find it. It's like such a goofy side note in my opinion. Maybe I think it's on his character page. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. It's called The Long Revenge. And The Long Revenge is, so it says, it's about a bunch of stuff that, okay, y'all want to hear how much of a badass this guy is? Skinks are the smallest, skinks are the smallest of the lizardmen. They're a little bigger than goblins, but they're easily just as vulnerable to getting punted. They're usually in like the 4 to 5 foot tall. They're usually around the 4 to 5 feet tall, depending on the one in question. So this is called The Long Revenge, which is about Oxiodal and what he's been doing since he got back. Since his return from the realm of so first of all, if you've never heard of Oxiodal, this is a skink who got sent to the realm of chaos itself, and when his city was basically obliterated and sent through a portal, and he not only survived, but he fought his way out of the realm of chaos using stealth and sniper efficiency. Despite the fact that the god Korn himself sent his flesh hounds to find and kill Oxiodal, he still got away. Murdered his way out of the realm of chaos, popped out somewhere northeast of Cathay, went all the way south through Cathay, until he got, and he went a little bit southwest until he went into, like, really forgotten lands, where he found the lost city of the Old Ones, passed through that, and then started crossing the ocean, presumably using the paths of the Old Ones until he made his way back to Lustria. So this is, and he was by himself the entire time. So here we go. The Long Revenge. Since his return from the realm of chaos, Oxiodal has waged a war of revenge against the fell powers. How the chameleon skink detects the presence of the dark god's minions is unknown. Yet time after time, the demons arrive to find Oxiodal already ensconced nearby, a hidden nuisance that always finds a way to thwart their immortal plans. When the demonic legions burst forth at Sotek in numbers beyond count, which Sotek is it's a ruined city in Lustria that has a portal to the realm of chaos itself in it. And so the lizardmen have to, like, permanently guard it, because every once in a while the portal will, like, rip open again and a bunch of demons will spill out. Anyway. When the demonic legions burst forth at Sotek in numbers beyond count, the lizardman garrison could not have withheld against their onslaught were it not for the timely arrival of Oxiodal. He arrived leading several bands of chameleon skinks and appeared just as the defenders were beginning to collapse. From atop the uppermost ruins of that once fabled temple city, Oxiodal and his well-camouflaged troops rained down showers of poison darts that turned back every enemy breakthrough. At the height of the siege of Hexwaddle, Oxiodal left the fighting and made his way to the long-corrupted spawning pool known as the Pit of Sorrows. There, secreted in the ruins of that once sacred site, he met Zara-Riador, the Shimmering, a greater demon of Zinch, even as he materialized into the mortal world. It was Zari-Riador's intention to open a rift allowing a demon host to lend their weight to attack against Hexwaddle. Yet the greater demon only found death in a hail of barbed darts, and he fell with his vile ritual incomplete. After each great deed, Oxiodal merely fades back into the jungle, perhaps already en route to where he is needed most. I love Oxiodal. It seems very, very likely we will see him as a legendary lord in Total War Warhammer. Because I know it seems extremely likely we're gonna get another Lizardman DLC at some point to give us like the Troglodyte and a couple other little things. And Oxiodal is the most likely of the missing characters, which is gonna be awesome.
Don't know what it is about you, Zagreus, but I feel like I can be me with you, you know? Maybe it's that you don't constantly talk over me like everybody else. Besides Callisto and the nymphs, I guess. Not that I can even hear you, but you know what I mean, right?
Any other blessings, maybe?
Oh, we got it! Oh my god, finally! Finally! We got it. We have unlocked...
Good.
We have unlocked Artemis's final tier. Praise be. Oh yeah, Skinks can speak almost any language. Skinks can speak, like, a ton of languages. Kairos Fate Weaver versus Oxiodal. Dude, that would be hilarious. Who would win? Most powerful demon who can see the past and the future? Who's one of the most powerful wizards in the entire setting? Or one small skink boy? The answer may surprise you. Helmengor's rant. Oh, I'm gonna have to add in like a higher tier reward for rants. All I'm gonna say about Helmengor's is he's a piece of shit. He's a terrible character who had kind of an interesting story, but he showed up for a single minor prequel expansion where he died in the book he was introduced in. He was a minor necromancer, not a master necromancer. He was a really, really terrible wizard. His only big gimmick was that his corpse cart was stronger than most corpse carts because it was pulled by his dead family, who he invested a lot of magical power into. And the fact that we got him instead of literally anybody else from the vampire counts, who are one of the most oversaturated armies in Warhammer Fantasy when it comes to having famous and popular characters, is an insult to the community and anyone who likes the genre. Fuck Gorst. There you go. You happy? No, you know, it should have been Zacharias the Ever-Living. That's who it should have been. Like, they're like, oh, we need somebody to fight Volkmar. Volkmar's in the Empire. What vampire character is going to fight fucking Volkmar? They should have done Vlad, who was the free LC, or Zacharias, who was also in the Empire. Fucking Christ, dude.
Going in.
Oh, dog, I need, I actually have a job for you, I think. I think I need your help with something I want to do for April Fools. Well, I can't say it here. It would ruin the surprise.
Tremors underneath the earth foretold of your arrival at this very moment, son of Hades, and I have anticipated it. It shall be done.
You want to know who made that decision at CA? I do too, so I can break their kneecaps.
More trouble.
Not that I would actually do that. It's just a joke. I certainly would have some not nice words for them, though.
Worthless. Time for more pain.
Gorst is better than Nagash.
You, father.
I'm so tempted to ban you.
I do like a challenge.
Ooh, this is already looking a little...
Not now.
I love this gun. I love this gun.
Not yet. There we go.
Volkmar's kind of funny. Volkmar is a character who absolutely needed to be in the game, but I personally felt that his implementation was a little flat, and I would like to see him get a makeover at some point. But what's funny about him is that for the multiplayer community, he's actually probably one of the strongest characters, which is hilarious. Like, he is really, really powerful in multiplayer. Like, he is genuinely hated, I know, by some of the multiplayer people I have to deal with. Like, his wagon is just so strong. I don't know why I'm making this harder than it needs to be. There we go.
Yeah, that thing.
I wish you well in your continued quest, and offer my sincerest blessings, and of course my power there, nephew.
The Thunder God's might.
Yeah, this is the ultimate chain lightning weapon. It's true.
Some of Charon's wares. Should come in useful. Bye.
What?
Power of Olympus.
I hope the Wood Elf rework is good. Oh, me too, man. I feel... Listen, I can't... I don't know any, like, super duper specifics, but I've had, like, minor conversations with friends that I have, and there's a lot of really good people who I have a lot of faith in who feel really, really positive about the Wood Elf rework. And so I am very, very excited for it. Plus, I mean, let's be frank, the current Wood Elf implementation is so bad, it would not be that hard to make something that's notably better. More lightning! Ooh, money. I was thinking of starting a Fire Slayer's army. Any tips for it? Honestly, to be frank, I am not super up to date with the meta right now, because I can't really play AOS, because a lot of my local hobby stores have closed down due to the pandemic, and even if they're back open, I wouldn't go in right now because I would just be irresponsible. But if they're still like they were when I played, Hearthguard are where it's at. Hearthguard are like one of the strongest units. You're also probably going to want a fair amount of Magmadroths. Magmadroths, which are this guy. I actually have one right next to me. Magmadroths are super duper freaking cool. Really, really badass unit. You're going to want at least 2 of these guys. I'm not 100% sure what character needs to be on top. You might have to do some research for that. And you're also going to need the big thing you need is you need Hearthguard. You need at least 1 Magmadroth, preferably 2. And then you need their terrain piece. You have to have their terrain piece. Which is the Forge. Like, it's basically required for them to be, like as competitive as they are. Which I should note, last I checked, Fire Slayers, when they're played competitively, are literally in, like, the top 3 right now. Like, they're one of the best armies in the game.
It's reloading.
Because they're just so tanky. They're so tanky. I've actually not had the pleasure of fighting them myself, though. We only had one Fire Slayer player at my local hobby store, and unfortunately he kind of sucked. Super duper nice guy, absolute sweetheart, not the best player. The ranged ones or the melee ones? The ranged ones.
Well,
wait, maybe? I think it's the ranged ones? I don't know. You'll have to do some research. Oh, Berserkers. Papa seems to know. Does anyone else find the idea of cocking a laser gun to be really funny?
some modifications to the rail are in order.
Ah, here we go, flash fire. Yes, further range.
I'll take this one.
Okay, guys, so for those of you who are stuck with me right now, what are you loading into the chamber? Oh, side hustle? Yeah. I can do better.
What else?
Oh, proud bearing. Ooh.
Hit the spot.
All right, so for those of you who are hanging out with me in chat right now, what is your most hoped for thing in the DLC? Let's assume, because all signs are pointing, let's safely assume that it is Skaven versus Wood Elves. So we're probably looking at a Clan Molder versus, thank you for the stretch, Stay the Mighty, Wood Elves.
sisters.
What is your most hoped for thing?
Heard you had a real bash down in your daddy's house, Red Blood. So sorry I couldn't make it. Next time, though, all right?
Beether, what do you mean? Are you hoping it's not Skaven? Is that what you're saying? Another big tree monster? Doesn't seem super likely, but would be cool. I'm hoping for Zotes, personally. After seeing that Games Workshop redesigned the Zotes for Blood Bowl, I want that son of a bitch in the game. It looks so cool. Such a cool looking creature. Too many rats. That's fair. Master Molder Generic Lord. It's fair. Giant Invincible Squirrel. Probably not. New starting location. Well, that's guaranteed. So I like that expectation. More tree spirits and Skaven monsters. Build a monster. That could be cool. Melee Cav. You just doesn't fit in your mind? Well, it fits in mine, and mine's more important.
Next time, definitely, Electo. We missed you for sure and wished you could have made it.
A Dread Saurian-sized Doom Wheel? You are a heretic.
I'm sure you did. But you know, work comes first. So let's get busy.
Meadow Runner Chariot? Oh, get out. Get out. What else having a chariot is an abomination. That should never happen. Oh my gosh. Meadow Chariot. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Who knows? Maybe this will finally be the DLC where Skaven get, like, garbage. Like, the Skaven just purposefully get bad stuff. Just to make everyone who's not a Skaven fan feel better. That way everyone can look at the Skaven players and be like, now you know how it feels!
There we go.
What does it? You do it? I do it? You're gonna have to be quicker than that.
No way.
I just don't want to see Falcon grow stronger. No, I think having a chariot in a Woodlands-based faction is dumb. Like, unless the chariot has some kind of... Unless it's a flying chariot, but even that would be dumb, because you have branches to worry about. Like, the High Elf flying chariot is about as far as I go with, like, silly chariots. But I feel like a Wood Elf chariot would be, like, goofy as all get out. Plus, the problem with Falcon, if you're not wanting him to get more powerful...
Next stop, Asphodel.
Is that Falcon gets
keepsakes.
Falcon gets more powerful no matter what. You could literally take a piece of garbage that, if used, like, gives you hand cramps and put it in the game,
Courtesy of the
and Falcon would still make it work. The crappier the unit, the stronger it makes Falcon, okay? Dude, I unironically love the Lothern Skycutter. I think the Lothern Skycutter is a amazing unit. Give Falcon turns, old wrists. Oh, man. That might be a little cruel. I've seen this man win with the Ark of Sotek. Dude, Goblin Wolf Chariots are unironically bad. They just require a lot of micro. Dude, I think a Lothern Skycutter makes sense in any environment. A chariot that can literally fly over your enemies and has a mounted bolt thrower? Like, what? That's good no matter what. It's the mounted bolt thrower part that I really like, though. Like the flying part's fine, I guess, but like, I just like having mounted bolt throwers that have like fast shooting.
Gods grant me strength.
Ooh. I want better occupation of new territories by Wood Elves. Honestly, well, I hope they have... I hope they're more useful, but like, I really don't like the Wood Elves as a paint the map green, or like paint the map one color kind of faction. Like, it should be doable, but that should not be something they're good at. Like, that should be something that if you want to do it, yeah, sure, fine, you can do it, but like, you're not playing the faction correctly if you're doing it that way. I mean, if you want to, fine, go for it, but, you know, you're making life harder. The Wood Elves should be about defending forests, not that. War Wagons, best Empire unit? War Wagons are actually good now. War Wagons used to be, like, the absolute trash, but now they actually get some really good play. How did the wolves come to exist? What? Oh, what else? Dude, Rorschach, that was an amazing autocorrect. That was like, the wolves used to be wood elves? Like, I was so confused. Cool, Kiro. I don't know what I'm looking at, but that's a nice pile of rocks you got there. Yeah, technically, so, Rorschach, actually all of the elves used to be high elves. So the high elves are like the originals. They're the elves from Ulthuan, which is where the elves were created. And that's kind of like the land they grew up with. It was given to them by the gods. But, the Wood Elves are elves who left during after the they were the last group of elves that were created. But a long story short is basically a really long time ago, one of the Ever Queens made a pact with the forest in order to save her children, who are going to be killed. She made a deal with the forest spirits of Athel Loren, saying, hey, if you save my children, then sometime in the future, I will give you some of the elves themselves to be a part of your forest and help defend it when the time comes. And basically, she kind of said, if you save my actual children, then at some point in the future, as part of this exchange, you will be able to claim my spiritual children, being the elves themselves. And so, many years later, after the War of Vengeance between the elves and the dwarves ended, many of the elves just kind of felt themselves called to Athel Loren. So they went to Athel Loren, where they became bound and intertwined with the forest itself. And that was the birth of the Wood Elves.